This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story this evening, a developing story overseas where 19 deaths are being reported following an explosion at an Ariana Grande concert. This was in Manchester, England. It's being treated as a possible terrorist attack. The British government is expected to call an emergency cabinet meeting. We are going now live to ABC's Stephanie Ramos, who is joining us from Washington tonight with the latest.
Parents,
Stephanie.
Friends, relatives are posting to social media tonight pictures of their loved ones, their now missing loved ones who were at that deadly concert in Manchester, England tonight, asking for anyone that may have seen them as police try to figure out what exactly happened. Manchester, England tonight. Singer Ariana Grande wrapping up her performance when witnesses say large blasts rocked the area near the Manchester Arena box office. The pop star already off the stage as tens of thousands of people began running for their lives. Cell phone video capturing the terrifying moments as concert goers, many of them teenage girls, are heard screaming.
My thoughts are very much with those that have been injured and lost their lives and their loved ones at this terrible time.
Manchester police say at least 19 people are dead and more than 50 people injured.
We are currently treating this as a terrorist incident.
Nearby train stations are closed, police locking down the area as they try to figure out who is responsible for this mayhem. Ariana Grande tweeting just a few minutes ago, posting, "Broken from the bottom of my heart. I am so sorry. I don't have words." Back here at home, the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are monitoring the situation in Manchester, and they say they'll assist UK authorities in any way they can if they're needed. Reporting live in Washington, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
And back here at home after hours of deliberation, Andres Avalos, who was convicted Saturday of killing 3 people in Bradenton, will not be put to death. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live from the Manatee County Courthouse with more on this sentencing tonight. Rick?
Yeah, Haley, the sentence is life in prison without parole. That's what was decided here earlier tonight. A 12-member jury has come back with their punishment for Andy Avalos after deliberating for around 3 hours on Monday. Avalos will spend the rest of his life in prison for the 2014 murders of his wife, Amber, a neighbor, Denise Potter, and a pastor, James Battle.
I'm not saying that Andy didn't deserve a penalty of death, but what we really wanted was justice, and I feel that him spending life in prison is justice.
On Saturday, a jury convicted Avalos on 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Potter and Battle and 1 count of second-degree murder in the death of his wife. The state was pushing for the death penalty in this case.
We're disappointed, certainly, but we respect the jury's verdict. This was a case that we strongly believed in the death penalty. We certainly believe that the actions of the defendant in this case warranted the death penalty.
The Assistant State Attorney Art Brown believes they presented a strong case not only for guilt but also the death penalty. But he says he's still happy with the end result.
Our ultimate primary responsibility is always to safeguard the community from dangerous individuals, and I think we've done that.
For Rhonda Battle, the pastor's mother, she says through all this, it's not going to bring her son back.
My heart is still broken, and it always will be. I'll never have a complete heart again.
Family members say this has been a grueling process from beginning to end. They say there is now some closure.
I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that we can now try to heal.
And Avalos family members, as well as his attorneys, would not comment on this. Reporting it live from Bradenton this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. In the Avalos case, the jury had to be unanimous in order for him to be sentenced to the death penalty. And it looks like that will continue to be the mandate for all death penalty cases in Florida. The U.S. Supreme Court is leaving in place a lower court ruling that says imposing a death sentence in Florida requires a unanimous jury. Today, the Justice justices decided to turn away an appeal that would have overturned the Supreme Court's ruling. The Supreme Court struck down a newly enacted law that allowed a defendant to be sentenced to death as long as 10 out of 12 jurors recommended it. New tonight, an update on a homicide investigation in Sarasota after a man's body was found in a woman's backyard last week. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says detectives have identified everyone involved in the incident. They say an argument broke out between 33-year-old Alpha Victor Young and others near Leonard Reed Avenue and 32nd Street. This was on Thursday night. Witnesses say Young had a gun on him and began acting in a threatening manner before he started firing at others. Then someone returned fire and Young ran away. He eventually collapsed and died from his injuries. New tonight, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is looking for help finding a man connected to a series of home burglaries. Deputies say 27-year-old Blake Guild is often in the northern part of the county or Northport. 6 feet tall with short brown hair. You see his photo here. Several tattoos on his left arm and chest. He's wanted in connection to burglaries of unoccupied seasonal homes. Anyone who sees him is asked to call the Sheriff's Office or 911. The Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who is a key holder of a seasonal home to check them frequently and to alert law enforcement of any unusual activity. A group of students and parents in Sarasota County calling for more accountability after a bus driver was caught on camera allegedly texting while driving a bus full of kids. Students at Pineview School tell us the bus began noticeably swaying during their ride home because they say the driver was on the cell phone and they have video of it. One student took this video that you're seeing right here. It was reported to the district, but 3 months later, it appears not much has changed.
We know how dangerous it is to be texting and driving, and especially on a school bus with 40 kids.
The school district says the driver, Peter Boussier, was looking up a new route to avoid traffic, but protocol states he must pull over and stop before doing something like that. Boussier was counseled by his route supervisor and agreed not to do it again. The supervisor is not allowing students to use their phones on the bus anymore, saying some students misused them. Drivers should take caution driving around the area of University Parkway and I-75 tonight. University is closed underneath the interstate until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Those looking to get across University are being directed onto the highway where they can exit and turn around at either State Road 70 or Fruitville Road to be able to get on University Parkway in the direction that they need to go. The work is all part of the Diverging Diamond Project, which is expected to be complete in the fall. It is 90% complete at this time. The Florida Forest Service is reporting more than 2,000 wildfires have burned so far this year. Those fires have burned 171,000 acres, with 125 active wildfires still burning as of today. Even with rain that we've been getting over the last few days in certain areas, officials would like to remind everyone that a burn ban is still in effect for both Sarasota and Manatee counties. The dry conditions are also affecting several businesses throughout the state. The U.S. Small Business Administration is announcing that federal disaster loans are available for businesses, agricultural cooperatives, and private nonprofit groups in 6 Florida counties that border Georgia. Sarasota and Manatee County are not on that list. The loan program is available to those who have suffered a financial loss directly related to this drought. Loan amounts can total $2 million. And of course, we know that there are some businesses, some ranchers that we've talked to who are suffering, Bob, from this drought.
Yeah, it's interesting, Haley. The drought continues. Obviously, we're well below average in terms of rainfall for the year. But get a look at this map. This is interesting to note. We had 2 to 4 inches of rainfall from Friday, Saturday to Sunday over parts of the Suncoast, and that was mainly coastal locations. Now, Sarasota and Manatee counties were in the bright red. This is the driest duff layer that we've seen in the entire state, but now these numbers are very good. They're looking very good. In fact, 489 would be considered moisture in the middle part of that scale right now, and that's Sarasota County. 568 for Manatee County, and Charlotte County looking pretty good too in the 500 range there. Still, the interior counties are very high, but get a look at this. We had some rainfall, and it was heavy at times, and that occurred in the interior portion of the counties, of our viewing counties today. And you can see some of that heavy rainfall that fell near Wauchula and Arcadia, a tremendous amount of lightning. But the news is that the rainfall totals, estimates anyway, were up to 2 to almost 3 inches of rain in places from Arcadia northward to Wauchula. So this is really good news. On top of that, we have a storm system headed our way, which is promising to bring at least an inch of rain, but some models are suggesting up to 2 to even 4 inches of rainfall from Wednesday night through Thursday midday. 80 degrees right now. The dew point's way up there. It's warm. It's muggy. We'll let you know about this storm system and how it's going to cool things down a little bit coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. President Trump is in pursuit of what he is calling for peace in the Middle East. He says it's a huge compromise as he makes his second stop on his 9-day trip overseas. The president meeting with world leaders in Saudi Arabia and Israel. He's the first sitting president to visit one of Jerusalem's most sacred sites, placing his hand as seen here on the Western Wall, and following Jewish tradition, leaving a written prayer. Following a meeting with the Netanyahus, the president spoke to reporters, addressing reports that he allegedly revealed highly classified intelligence to Russian officials that is believed to have come from Israel.
Just so you understand, I never mentioned the word or the name Israel. Never mentioned it during that conversation. They were all saying I did. So you had another story wrong. Never mentioned the word Israel.
How's the visit so far, Mr. President?
Thank you.
Trump says he hopes that his trip will help him take a step forward in closing the ultimate deal, which he says is peace between Israelis and Palestinians. New developments out of Washington, where former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn says he's pleading the fifth in the Russia investigation. He's refusing to comply with a subpoena for records concerning his conversations with Russia's ambassador to Washington. Flynn's lawyer says he has more than a reasonable apprehension that any testimony he provides could be used against him. Members of the committee are considering their options, including holding Flynn in contempt of Congress. Former FBI Director James Comey is set to testify in an open hearing before the committee in the coming weeks. With 1 year left of Governor Scott's term, more candidates are entering the race to replace him. The latest candidate is Bob White, who has filed his paperwork today. White currently served as chairman of the Republican Liberty Caucus of Florida. In his announcement, White said he wants to focus on bringing campaign finance reform to the state, as well as promoting limited government, personal freedom, and free markets. White will face fellow Republicans Adam Putnam, Daniel Zutler, and Usha Jain in a primary. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back to talk more about those dry conditions and possibly improving conditions with more storms on the way, plus what Moat Marine Lab is doing to help study and conserve coral reefs. And a night at the Oslo featuring some talented performers who wouldn't usually get the chance to perform on stage.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wannabe Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, Log on to wannabein.com.
With all the furniture choices you have, where do you shop? How about Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, now available in Sarasota? Treat yourself to a new Beauty Sleep Queen mattress set starting at only $399 and save up to $800 off an adjustable base with your mattress purchase. Find huge Memorial Day discounts of up to 70% off throughout our showroom with hundreds of items ready for immediate delivery. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, available now in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
It does things that seem impossible, feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Well, Bob, we were mentioning, or you were pointing out earlier, that there were some areas that got a lot of rain over the weekend and some that didn't get much.
The coastal areas got a lot more, Manatee, Sarasota counties. And then today, though, the inland counties, at least Hardee and DeSoto counties, 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. So it's spread it around. Yeah, it's looking a lot better than it did.
Right.
However, you know, it's not over yet. The possibility of that drying up is still there. But, boy, we have another shot of some very heavy rainfall that'll be moving in, it looks like, Wednesday and Thursday, but beautiful shot tonight of Venice right there at the jetty. Cindy Desmond getting this. Look off in the distance here. That's the towering cumulonimbus that produced the heavy rainfall in the interior portions of our viewing area. And Cindy also said that a lot of those folks fishing right there were catching snook right along the jetty there. And this one from Fred Seeger, who always sends them in right as the sun was just past setting there. And you see the high cirrus clouds lighting up on Siesta Key. Fred Seeger at Sunset Point. Thanks for those photos. Keep them coming. Pics at mysuncoast.com or at mysuncoast on Twitter and Facebook. Well, a Titan radar picture showing the action was pretty heavy earlier tonight across parts of central Florida. What happened is that sea breeze moved well inland on a west wind out ahead of the storm system that is developing now to the north of us. Now, we are looking for showers and storms to possibly some strong cells moving out. Fix my jacket here as it got caught on the microphone. Sometimes that does happen, but nonetheless, the storms that you see, we have a chance for some severe weather. This had been up to the slight chance just about 15 hours ago. So the Storm Prediction Center still thinks we may see a few severe storms on into late Wednesday and into early Thursday. However, it's lessening the threat somewhat, and that's a good sign. And as far as damaging wind and tornadic activity, that is also lessened down to about 5% for the state. But there's still that chance it's there. We'll have to keep a very close watch on it as the line of storms out ahead of the actual cold front gets set to move in Wednesday late afternoon and evening. 80 degrees right now. It's warm. And the dew point is at 72. Winds are out of the southwest at 7. The pressure on the rise at 30.02 inches. The high today was finally at average, 87 degrees after last week's record-breaking high temperatures. This morning's low was warm, 72. And we did get some rain overnight. Early morning hours, we had 41/100ths of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. And our monthly total now, well above average, 4.59 inches. And that's 3.20 inches above average, but still we're 5 inches below average for the year. As far as winds go, they'll be out of the south and southwest. That's really going to moisten things up prior to the arrival of the front. So there'll be plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, which will allow us to see the possibility of some heavy rainfall. Now, as I alluded to earlier, there's a chance we could see an additional 2 to even 4 inches of rain in some areas before it's all said and done. Tomorrow, no rain anticipated in our immediate area. In fact, much of the west coast will stay dry. There'll be a few inland storms like we saw today, maybe not as widespread or heavy as this system continues to kind of gather strength. What's going to happen is this piece of energy here will eventually meet up with all this and then push this front through our region, cooling us down somewhat. Now, severe weather over West Texas right now. No tornado watches, but there is a severe thunderstorm watch box in effect for Texas. Well, we'll put the map into motion, show you a pretty decent day tomorrow, although we will see some high clouds occasionally move on in, and then a chance for some inland showers later on in the day. The actual front gets hung up to the north, but that piece of energy kind of rotates around and then really starts to fire up along the Gulf of Mexico. There'll be some diverging air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, which will allow these storms to really intensify come late Wednesday and into early Thursday morning. So look out. There is that possibility of severe weather. South winds turn to the southwest at 15 knots. And speaking of that, winds and seas will definitely be in your criteria for advisories both on Wednesday and Thursday. Water temperature at 86 degrees. Tide's upcoming. High tide at 11:25, so just in 5 minutes from now. And sunrise will be at 6:38. Forecast tonight is calling for basically a few isolated showers still possible inland, but generally fair. Tomorrow, a slight chance for an inland shower or two and a high of 86. The extended forecast calling for good chance for showers and storms late Wednesday and into Thursday morning. Cooler, high of only 83 on Thursday, which is nice, and a low on Friday morning, 67. Haley?
Haven't seen that for a while. Thank you, Bob. Mote Marine Lab is making some progress in efforts to help conserve our coral reefs. Mote Marine's Protect Our Reefs program is distributing nearly $360,000 in grants for research, conservation, and education projects focused on coral reefs. This year's projects will focus on seeing how climate change, pollution, and ocean acidification impacts reefs. The research will also help bring in new data on how to manage them. The Oslo Repertory Theater is sharing the stage to put the spotlight on some of the talent found in our own community. The Oslo hosting the Kaleidoscope Heartbeats Showcase tonight. It features 4 groups of performers who have been working really hard on their storytelling for the past 3 months. This year's groups, they are from the Oak Park School, Bayshore High School, Community Haven, and Easter Seals. Kaleidoscope gives those with disabilities a chance to be creative and express themselves through theater.
These performers are amazing. It takes real guts for anyone to get up on a professional stage, and to watch them share the characters they've invented and to take a bow is, I think, inspiring for all of us.
Definitely is. Kaleidoscope is one of the Oslo's longest running outreach programs. It was started in 1995. A lot of talent there. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what's happening. Just let it wash over you. He gave you chocolate. You said you didn't like chocolate. He said he would throw that chocolate in the fire. Strong move. I believe that you are currently engaged to Peter. True or false?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Creative Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
Or shop at Goodwill.
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Now, sports.
The Rays at the Trop tonight, kicking off a 4-game series against the Los Angeles Angels. Beginning in the bottom of the first, the Rays already down by 1. Corey Dickerson takes the plate and hits a high fly ball deep to left center field for a solo home run to tie the game. Logan Morrison isn't far behind. He hits a fly ball to right center field, and that one is gone. Tampa up 2-1. Top of the 5th, Cameron Maben with a fly ball that really soars. It hits the roof, drops back onto the field, so that play is ruled a home run. The Angels tie it up. The Angels end up winning this one 3-2. In Nashville, the Predators looking to advance to the Stanley Cup final. Win, and they are in. Lose, and it's on to Game 7 against the Anaheim Ducks. First period, Austin Watson sends the puck to the front of the net where it hits a defenseman's skate and gets past Jonathan Bernier for a goal to put the Predators on the board first. Nearly halfway through the first, Anaheim turns the puck over at mid-ice, and Colton Sissons beats Jonathan Bernier for the goal. Predators up by 2. It takes the Ducks 5 minutes into the second period to close in with a shot to the back of the net to get on the board. They get 2 more in the third, but it is not enough. The Predators win this one 6-3. To the NBA playoffs, where the Golden State Warriors have a chance to sweep the Spurs in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals in San Antonio. With about 2 minutes left in the game, the Warriors are up 122-106. That's a look at sports. We'll have lotto numbers right after this.
I believe that home is where your pet is.
And that loving an animal means never giving up on them, never letting them go.
I believe that when you spay or neuter your pets, you help decrease the number of homeless animals.
Because every dog and cat deserves a place to call home.
I believe that I found my best friend at a shelter. And you can too.
We believe that together with Best Friends Animal Society,
we can bring about a time when there are no more homeless pets.
Visit ambassadors.bestfriends.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Drive
into Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Caught on camera, an unusual suspect on a police officer's dash cam. Northport police officer Justin Lindsay was driving near Wyland Drive and Veterans Boulevard when he found a bear wandering the neighborhood. The police department says it turned over a large dumpster at a nearby church and was eating the trash. Once he was being watched, he did hang around a few trees before going on his way. I think he realized the bright lights right there and said, I'm going to get out of here.
It's kind of interesting, though. Bears are out. You know, you've seen a lot of stories on those.
I know.
Another one today in Central Florida, too, up in a tree or something.
Yeah, they need to find a way to secure the dumpsters now.
Yeah, absolutely.
See tomorrow.